Glenn, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. Brilliant event tonight.
Absolutely, it was brilliant, and thank you to the fans and everyone that they actually came and supported and want to listen to Johannes and I. That is always important, and also that we get in a close connection to everyone, so we can be open to all questions, and we also can try to explain our thoughts and the journey we have been started.
Were you surprised by the turnout tonight? There was a lot of people there, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. I don't know what to expect, so I was really positive and gladly surprised about all the support and all the people who came, and also the positivity they actually came in here with. And I hope they also liked the honesty, and that we were really honest, and we answered almost every question as honest as we could.
One you didn't answer honestly maybe was about youth players. I'm going to have to ask you now, who are those youth players that you've been keeping an eye on?
Yeah, but when you look at talents, you can never say when you're under 12, under 16, that he's going to make it, because they are so raw, and there's so many shortcuts that can either be good or bad. So, to just keep on doing the daily work, don't read too much and listen too much about how good you are, but stay really humble. But also, of course, have the belief in yourself. That's the only recipe that is working in football. You cannot speak yourself to a great career. You can dream, but dreams sometimes they really come through. But in all football and in football especially, with the experience I have, there is no shortcuts in life. There is no shortcuts if you really want to make it. So just believe in yourself, but stay humble, and then hard work, because that's the only way.
We got a bit of an insight to what you and Johannes are like. How have you found that working relationship?
I hope we came across that like we are. We have a great humour between each other, a little bit sarcasm here and there, but that's also good in creating this environment that we like. Everyone else also in the staff around us to feel welcome, and we have a good connection. And to be honest, we are only 4 months in to our work together, and I believe it can become even better than we see today.
Someone joining that coaching staff is Jack Wilshere. Very exciting on the outside looking in. Can he still put his boots on and play for you, maybe?
Yeah, let's see. Maybe he can start beating the coaching staff when we have our bouncing game, and then see from there if it can grow. No, yeah, we were really happy that Jake is in. He'll be a great supplement to the staff we have around the team, and with his career and how we have getting to know him from our meetings, we just really look forward that he will be there on the training ground tomorrow.
What impressed him what impressed you about him?
That he is like everyone else, but also he is a human. That he's really calm. He's really he came across like a very honest guy. No big ego, and that fits really well into how Norwich Football Club works, and also here in Norfolk. And I think he will come across as a really, really great guy who can hopefully help everyone else, making us successful in the future.
I don't know if anyone's shown you, but he scored the goal of the season against Norwich a few years ago. Have you seen that goal, and how much would you like that to be a part of your team?
Now I've said the whole night that I'm very honest. So I need to be honest. I have not seen that goal. But I hope, on the other hand, that he can inspire a lot of our younger players, be able to score that kind of goal. So maybe a Gabe or Oscar or some of the younger ones can make in the future the goal of the season for Norwich.
One thing you did talk about is your love of the city, and we saw that on the social media recently. Yeah. It's a fantastic place, isn't it?
There's only one answer to that. Yes, it is. And it has been so easy just to feel welcome here, and we really love it and like it. And now I have my daughter and her boyfriend in from Denmark, and we have spent the whole day just by showing them around. So yeah, it's a great pleasure being here.
That's one thing that you said during the fans forum. You miss your kids. You miss being at home with them.
No, I don't miss being at home, but I got the question what I miss the most being away from Denmark, and of course it's my kids. It needs to be. I have had a life away from them a lot of the time, because being a football coach is a hard job. But now my daughter is here, and they will both come over for Christmas. And we also live in a time where social media, and we can actually also connect to each other just by the phone and see each other. So that's a big help, but still having them close is always the best. But I'm not happy that they are not close, but I'm really happy to be here and fulfill a big ambition and also one of my dreams, coming here to England, and I really enjoy it. And then when I grow old, I can be there even more and take care of my grandkids.
One bit of news that did break whilst we were actually in the room: Delia and Michael are no longer on the board. Obviously, a short time since you've been here. What have they been like?
Yeah, Delia and Michael, they are like the DNA of the club in some way. What they have been giving to everyone here is just amazing. And even though I've only been here for a short time, I'm maybe not the right one to tell about that. But my experience is just so warm-hearted. They are so honest, and honesty in this football world can be sometimes really difficult to find. And they just to tell how great they are. From also a personal point of view, they have really just with open arms welcomed us, my family, and we, Johannes' family and my family, we are invited to have a dinner. And when they heard there was coming visit from Denmark, we were invited into the box. Not me, because I have a job to do on the pitch, but my family, and that just tells a lot that we have a family environment, we have a family club, and that starts in the top. It's so easy speaking about these values, but there needs to be someone who's walking the talk, and Delia and Michael is really those kind of people. So I am sure that they will always have a special heart in all Norwich City football fans for what they have been giving all their life. And I know, as they have also said themselves, they will still be here, they will still follow us. They are so strong connected to Norwich City Football Club. So we will be sad not to have them there, but we also feel that we are in good hands now with the new ownership. And then we look forward.
And Mark Attanasio, just quickly on him, what's he like to work with? He's on the other side. But I have had one meeting, and he really came across as the person that actually is a great match for Norwich City Football Club. We don't need these guys in that wants to do this and that, but he's just into the project. He comes in here with ideas, but when you also look to what he have achieved in his life, it fits really well into when we speak about project here. We are on a journey. We want to build a sustainable club. That fits really well to Mark and what he have been doing in the past. So I feel, for me, as an employee of Norwich City Football Club, I really feel comfortable and I feel as secure as you can in this football world, being in this team. And final one, has Delia cooked for you, or will she cook for you?
She will, and I really look forward to it.
Glenn, just a couple from me, starting with obviously the news about Jack today. People will know about him as a footballer. As a coach, there's clearly obviously still very early and technical stuff to build, but do you hope he can use some of his playing career as a slightly different experience to what maybe you and Johannes can utilise to inspire particularly some of those young players?
Yeah, both Johannes and I, we have in the past had a lot of great personalities in our coaching staffs. So we know how to deal with ex-professional players with great careers behind them. And what I like about this with Jack is he play a style of play. He come from an environment that is ball orientated, is dominant on the ball. He have been there on the big stage. That obviously can help our environment and the players, and then he will be a very important part of the team, around the team, and that's all what it's about. Because for Jack, early in his coaching career, he have now been around under 18, and that's a very important step to understand the football, to understand people, to understand the coaching, also to create his own pathway. How do he, as a leader and as a coach, want to evolve and develop the game? And then right now, I think he is in a great environment, in a great club where he will get the time to grow. And then I don't like to talk about the future. I like to talk about present time. And present time, we have worked very hard in the weeks where Narcis was not in. So we just really look forward to get an extra guy on board. And then he, as everyone else, need some time to adapt. But I really look forward to work together with him.
And I guess there's 2 points off the back of that. One being, the fact it probably would have been easy for him to stay at Arsenal in somewhere that he's very comfortable and familiar with. So I guess for him as a coach, the willingness to take that step to a new club, to a new location with new people that he's not worked with before as well is massive. But also it says a lot about what you're building here and the attractiveness that somebody like that wants to take his first step into a senior team here.
Yeah, he can see the project. He can see he can actually play an important part here, but also use it as a kind of his own development. But then I also want to go back to the opening of your question and really just underline that it's not an easy decision to leave everything and move the family here. That also shows that he's really committed. And there I will not be in doubt if I'm sitting in my living room and reflecting about how this will turn out. Like I think, and my impression is, when he make a decision like that, he have really thought it through, and we are just welcoming him here, and we look forward to work with him.
We spoke a lot in pre-season about maybe what this season was hold. 11 games in, has it been everything that you expected? English football, the Championship, your first experience of it?
It has been like you can see in my expression now. I'm really looking for, because there's been so many things going on, and I learn every day. I can also see that I can give, not only get, and that's important also to thrive as a person and as a football coach. But for me personally, it has been what I hoped, what I expected, and I also get motivation from what I have seen so far, because I can really see that we have something to do here, but I can also see that we can really take this project to a level where we really can compete, because I've, to be honest, been really surprised that we are in a stage right now where we, after 11 games, only have 2 defeats, and we have actually played even games with those teams who should actually be fighting for promotion. And that really gives me a lot of motivation, that we also, with a lot of injuries, a lot of new things, that we are where we are, and that is way better than I could have ever expected. But we are hungry and we want more. But we are still, like you and I, we spoke about on the camp in Austria, we're really confident but humble in the way that it's still a project. And even though the positiveness, even though it has been a lot of great games and great performances, we can also, as we said to the fans tonight, see that we have so many steps to take, because we know some of the stuff, we do partly some of the stuff, but we are not even close mastering what we actually want to master. So we are pleased.
A couple more from me, but can I ask you about the fans, and not in terms of how great they've been, but maybe in terms of their patience, because we all saw what happened at Oxford and the game against Blackburn as well. You can see later on, I think for a lot of fans it would be quite deflating, but they sung you off the pitch that day. Have you been impressed, surprised, grateful for the reaction that they've given you, Johannes, and what you're trying to implement here?
Yeah, in year 2024, you cannot be anything else than grateful, because when you see what is going on in this football world around us, with so many emotions and coaching gets sacked all over the place, then it's just really great to see that they also can see that from that Oxford game, we have actually from game to game tried to improve. And then, of course, there will always be a couple of steps backwards before you can take another one forwards. But in the big picture, it's just about we cannot do it alone. And we need the support from our fans. And they have really been massive. Also in the away games, I've really been positively surprised about that. Yesterday, when it was really not good after 12 minutes, they were there and they did everything, and we were just grateful that we could give them a little bit back. But this is only one step of many. So in that way, I expect a lot of ups. I will also expect some downs, because that's a part of the football business. But without their support, we would not be where we are.
You were asked about him tonight. I wanted to ask you about Shane Duffy, and obviously we're speaking 24 hours after Preston, where he scored that goal, which I think we were all a little bit surprised by. But as a guy who, year one was difficult for him for a lot of reasons, and they're well documented, how impressed have you been with him, and I guess his application and buy-in to what you and Johannes are trying to do?
I've been really pleased with the progress here. Really, after a little bit difficult start, he really have found his way. I think he can also see that here it's fair. If you perform, you play. If you try to adapt in every way, and he have, then good performances will lead to consistency. And what football players is looking for is consistency. And he have also taken big steps in taking responsibility as a captain, as a leader. Not captain in the way that Kenny, but taking responsibility for a very young four-back line. With Jose coming into a new league, with Kellen Fisher and Jack Stacey. Jack, of course, is experienced, but now Kelling have had a great period. And a young left fullback, Ben, and also Callum. There you just need to say we need experienced players, and we have really been one of those who have taken massive responsibility. And then you just see when people feel good, they also play good, and then it's just up to him and us to make it go positively in the future as well. But I also hope other players from behind will push him hard. So he needs to take next level, because that's what we need for the future.
And finally, back here on Sunday at Middlesbrough, which is I think we all know, going to be a really difficult game. But in terms of your record here, and obviously it spans you guys coming in, but does it help walking into a club and having a home record like you've had? I think if you don't lose to Middlesbrough, it's going to be a year unbeaten here at Carrow Road, which is pretty remarkable for any team in any league at any point to go a year unbeaten at home.
Yeah, it's great to have that. And actually, it was only, I think, after the second home game that I actually got that information that we have this unbeaten record. It's nice, but the focus is on preparing the team, on making a good performance, because the team that is coming here has maybe not on points been there where it's supposed to be, but if you look at the underlying parameters, they really perform well, and they are a really, really strong team. So if we want the win again, as we want, we really need to play on a level that is above the levels we've shown the last couple of games. So we need to be back at our best to get a win.